Sorry.
I'm Chair from the China's Xinhua News Agency, and I just have one question. And how do you think the current political situation will end? And what do you think the solution will be to the current? I think there is a deadlock since the two sides oppose each other. And
yes, I think we will move forward. We will have dialogue. I think we will come up with a roadmap towards the next election, which will be held in 2013 as scheduled. I assure you that. And then I'm optimistic that working together, we will create an environment that is free of deep rifts and anger, and we will remove the hurt that is involved now and try to come up with a united approach to go to this election. And this is my vision. While we do that, we have a lot of other things that we need to do. We also have to stabilize our economy, and we also have to continue our social development programs like housing and insurances, social safety net programs, and all of these things have to continue. These things will not go on. These things will collapse if we engage in further conflict. This is why the only way to go forward is through dialogue, through consultation, and through working together. We cannot look back now. We have to start moving forward.
Mr. President, just to check with you, you met Ambassador Blake this morning, and the international community has been calling for some kind of investigation into the events of Tuesday. They're calling for an independent investigation. Are you agreeable to this, and what are the assurances that you have given the international community through people like Ambassador Blake to reassure them that you are committed to what you have said?
I am fully committed to an independent investigation. I don't want to set up a presidential commission to do that and to influence the process. There are constitutional mechanisms for doing that. I will discuss with all parties on how best we can achieve that. That includes MDP.
My other question
yes.
is, there have been reports that there have been a lot of arrests, but in the south as well as in other parts of the country. So Mr. Nasheed was telling us yesterday that unless the crackdown stops within 24 hours, he would take to the streets and escalate his demonstrations and protests. And he was saying medicine in Mali is the strength on the street. So how do you respond to that, and what can you give us a sense of the arrests? How many have been taken in, and do you really plan to release them quickly, or what's your take on that?
I know there have been some arrests. There have also been a lot of damage caused to public property. Criminal activities have gone on. We cannot shut our eyes to it. So those who are perpetrators, and where there is substantial evidence to support it, I cannot interfere in law enforcement agencies doing their jobs. I can assure you there will be no political detainees in this country. There are no political detainees in this country now, and it will not happen. We will not keep people beyond the statutory limit of detention for investigation. Without the proper procedures, we will not hold people unduly. We will always charge if we have to. I can assure you that rule of law will be followed.
But can you give us an idea of the numbers? How many in custody since the Tuesday?
Okay. I have had some conflicting figures. I don't have the latest with me now. We can check that out and give you in a minute.
And you say you're fully committed to an investigation or an independent investigation?
Independent investigation. Yeah.
Mr. President.
Yeah, please.
Mr. President, Krishan from Associated Press. Just an extension to what Mr. Amal Jai Singh asked. Are you concerned that your government is not fully recognized, even though people are working with you, there seems to be some question mark over how the power transfer took place.
Let me correct you there. Nobody has questioned the legality of my assumption of office. It was done according to the Constitution by the people who are supposed to perform it. There are some questions about what preceded my assumption of office, and this is where we are saying I am completely open to an independent investigation of what went beyond that. I want the record to be straight, that there is no question from anybody who I have met about the legality of my being in office and so on, because that was, we followed the Constitution according to the letter.
And the second question is, Mr. Nasheed is of the opinion that you do not have public support and that you struggle to form a government, even though it's been a few days since you took office.
Yeah.
Do you think that you are fully in control of the country and that you are not being a puppet of anybody?
I can assure you the law and order situation will continue to be under control, and we will have smooth environment here if President Nasheed, former President Nasheed, cooperates with us. If he doesn't provoke people and incite violence, we will have peace and security here. You don't have to worry about anything. I have full support of all the active political parties. I have full support of the military and also full support of the police. So there is no question about it. As for forming a government, true, I am taking time, but there's a very important reason why I'm taking time, and that is because I want people to come together and I want to form a national government. And I want to keep the door open for MDP to join this dialogue and join this team. I have said nobody from my political party will be given any posts in the government, in the cabinet. So I'm really committed to being fair and to be impartial and to engage with all, including colleagues in MDP. As for support for me, I have not asked for demonstration of my support. I don't think that is the priority at the moment. The priority right now is to be calm, to try to find solutions to this problem, not to show my strength. But I'm telling you, if I have to show it, I will show it, if people have doubts about it. I don't know why he has raised this issue in the first place, but we will see. Thank you.
I'm Susita Panan from Xinhua again. Are you going to contest against Mr. Nasheed if an election was held at any time? My second question is, if the demonstrations are continued like this, what are you going to do?
Yeah. Look, I can't say yes or no to the first question because I haven't actually really given thought to it. My priority at the moment is to respond to call of duty from my country and to be as fair as I can and to be as proactive and bring everything that I have, all the experience and the education that I have to bear upon this situation so that we can actually find a way forward. So this is really the priority at the moment. As for more violence and so on, I told you there will be no violence and there will be no conflict here if President Nasheed cooperates and if President Nasheed stops calling for violence in this country. I am expecting responsible leadership from Mr. Nasheed. I know he's a celebrity in some ways, and he likes to be on the streets. But we have to take national interest first, not his personal popularity or his personal desire to become famous on the streets. If you are responsible, you have to begin to put national interest first. And here we have our hands open, reached out to the party to work with us.
I'm Niels Horner from National Swedish Radio.
Yes.
I have a slightly different question. What was your reaction to the attack on the National Museum? And secondly, are you concerned about the spread of extremism in this country?
Okay. No, this is totally unacceptable. The museum is our heritage. That's where we have our history. And I will not tolerate that. It is not acceptable at all. We need to protect that. Of course, when something like that happens, automatically it is used as a case of extremism. I can assure you that there is no extremist violent activities in this country. And in a Muslim society, you have to expect parties that are representing religious perspectives. This is natural. This happens also in advanced developed countries. So in that sense, even in President Nasheed's cabinet, he always had a minister representing the Islamic ministry. And in my cabinet also, we will have somebody representing that. But, the majority of the intellectuals in this country and will be reflected in also the cabinet, where you will have mostly highly educated, mostly Western educated people in that cabinet who will have to engage with each other to find a way forward that is acceptable to majority of the population here. So these are fears that are being played on for political reasons, and I urge you not to pay too much attention to that. I am optimistic that our leadership, that my leadership and the colleagues that I have in the cabinet are reasonable people who understand what development means and what is good socially and culturally for our people. Thank you.